I learned that trouble's a fake idea. The first moment, I don't think it didn't really set in until you said it to me.
I believe that's an Akewood quote.
Oh.
Trouble is a fake idea.
Oh, I assumed that was a Kevin original. Yeah,
no, it's from the old internet, but I think I said trouble's fake idea a few times.
You have certainly said that to me many times. I realized that, I remember the moment when I really, truly realized it, which was I was a Catholic school boy up until 8th grade of my life, so a decent amount of years. And then 9th grade is when, for those who don't know, maybe not from the American education system, but also various parts of the American education system work differently. Where I was, middle school started, if you were in public school, in 6th grade up to 9th. And then high school was 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So for me, though, as a Catholic schooler, I went K to 8, and then you would switch and go from 9 to 12 high school.
That's how it works in Massachusetts, too.
I think that's the normal. That's usually how it works. But for some reason, public schools in my area did not do that. But so my parents at that point were like, well, he can go to Catholic school, but it's really expensive to keep going to Catholic school. So they were like, nope, it's not happening. So I switched to, and I didn't give a care about that. I didn't, in fact, I was happy not to have to take religion classes. So I switched over, and it was my first year in 9th grade. And I remember missing my homework one day. And I came in and I was like, oh God, I fucking missed my homework. And I was talking to somebody. I was like, I'm going to get detention. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, when you don't do your homework, you get detention. And they were like, that, what? That is not a thing at all. You just don't get the points for the homework. And I was like, what? Because up until that point, the trouble idea was truly, I did my homework every night, because if I didn't do it, I would get detention. And that was when I was like, oh, trouble, not real. Oh.
Public school does not have the workforce or the budget to detain every kid who doesn't do their homework.
It would be overloaded.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that we had true power as a mass, as a mass of people.
I was kind of I've kind of been superimposed between knowing and not knowing that trouble is a fake idea, because I definitely still have this part of me that, back when my friends went through a fun B&E ghost hunting phase.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
been there.
I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't like crossing the line. I don't really like violating the rules.
Yeah, that's a hard trouble idea, right? That's you're getting into potential money and jail time or prison. I don't know if you can go to prison for that, but you know what I mean. No.
I mean, it's a 22-year-old breaking into an abandoned cemetery or whatever is not going to get. You're not getting. Going to get hard time.
Not getting hard time, but you make it community service, which would let's say serve your community. That's fine, but I don't want to do it for the cops.
Yeah, it wouldn't, because of our demographic. It wouldn't happen to us.
No, of course not. But I know what you mean. That's a little harder of trouble.
As far as school trouble is a fake idea. I felt like I was the only one in I worked in a tutoring center. And I was around in college, and I was around very dedicated A students, and I was an avowed B student. And always have been. And I recommend that everyone do the same.
Be an avowed B student.
Being a B student is I feel like you learn stuff, and you also, when you see you're doing too well, you pull back a little bit.
That is the I am mid and I am free mentality.
Yeah, there's a cap to it. When you start getting A's, you're like, I'm spending too much time on this stuff.
Right. There's a track that you can go on to if you want to be that person, but that only leads to more hard work and a lot of it.
Especially if you're going to a state school and you don't realize how much money you're spending, and you also know that no one is ever going to look at your report card if they're hiring you.
Yeah, you just need the degree. You just need to get to the finish line.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
they're after me. Oh my God. Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh.
Hey, Chad.
Chad just got back from B&Ing into an abandoned cemetery.
I was just talking. Part of the reason I was late was talking to someone who works on the Baby Shark show.
Oh, We know someone.
Not our friend Josh Howell.
We know someone, Josh Howell, who works on that.
I know now multiple people connected to Baby Shark. Did you know that in Baby Shark, I guess our friend Josh Howell could have also told us this. I didn't know the baby sharks don't eat other fish.
What? Okay, what do they eat?
They eat like vegetables and stuff. I guess they eat like fruits.
Get out of
like
here.
Veggies.
Get out of here.
I just kind of assumed the whole time in Baby Shark that like we just understood that they were a predator and they fed off the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
Not this, liberal progressive propaganda that they only meat.
I'll just say something. I'm worked on a project. I think I'm almost at the end of it. I'm not going to say what it is, but I worked on a project for a large corporation, and with a character that many people know, and I found out multiple characters that many people know, and I found out that none of them eat meat as well. Now their character types, some of them should eat meat, but
because they're animals,
and they don't
eat meat.
They're animals, and they don't have a god to tell them not to kill things.
These are humanoid animals that talk.
Yep.
Wear human clothes.
Yep.
Live in a society with cars and infrastructure and jobs.
Yep. But they do not
have some sort of system of government, and they don't eat meat.
They live a beautiful, progressive, vegan lifestyle.
Oh, you're saying in the fiction of the Baby Shark show, the baby sharks do not eat meat.
But I guess in this expanded TV show that has over 100 episodes of, it is established that they are vegetarians and don't eat. They're friends with other fish and other things, which I get.
Yeah,
it's like a kid's show.
They wouldn't be able to be friends with any. I don't even think they'd be able to be friends with other sharks because they would just be voraciously biting anything that's around them if they ate meat.
According to BBC Earth, a huge part of a baby shark's diet is other baby sharks.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's so sad.
And unfertilized eggs and embryos. And
show all of this, you cowards at Paramount, Nickelodeon.
Before they're even born, yeah.
We need to be scientifically honest with our children, Nickelodeon.
Yeah. You know what did it better? That acclaimed animated film, not a Shark's Tale, Finding Nemo. They both did it. Finding Nemo, right? And they're like, the sharks want to eat the fish, and then there's that one shark that's like, I don't eat fish anymore. I'm a vegetarian. Wait, both of those movies did that, didn't they?
I'm not sure, but I just do love the fact that you called A Shark's Tale briefly an acclaimed movie.
Shark's Tale. It's like a mafia movie or something with
Martin
Scorsese
is a character in that movie.
Sure, he's like a pufferfish mafia
he's an Italian shark or something. But tonight you guys get to be sharks because we're playing Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebud style. We're doing an authentic Choose Your Own Adventure. Choose Your Own Adventure number 45, You Are a Shark by Edward Packard. This one was provided to us by our friend George from Best Little Horror House in Philly. He was telling me about this at a sushi dinner, and
he heard it at a dinner. I must have flipped my wife 8 times. So I'm so sorry. That's not good podcasting to just say lines from a sketch. I'm so sorry.
I did it too. He told me about it at a dinner, and I heard it, and I said I need to read this one to my friends. So I got a copy of it, and we are going to go through it tonight. And I will be the BM, the book master, and Kevin and Chad, you will be the boy or child.
Well, a shark boy, and one of us could be a lava girl if we wanted to.
Ooh, okay. I'm seeing the dichotomy emerge.
Yeah, what's the dichotomy going to be tonight? So typically, if you're new to this format for us, dear listener, we usually we possess the body of a single child, as you do in one of these books. You're never more than one child. So what happens is we split the hemispheres of the brain between the two players of the book, and they decide what their dichotomy will be.
So we'd be a shark brain. Mm-hmm. Do we know for a fact that sharks only have one brain?
I do not know that for a fact. They do have 2 penises, so they might have a brain for each.
Do they really?
Yep, I've stopped a fight with that fact one time.
It's true. Yeah.
What, like 2 guys at a bar were fighting over like politics? And you're like, wait. Do you guys know the sharks have 2 penises? And they stopped.
That's literally what happened. The one guy laughed. One guy made a sickened noise and walked off. And the other guy laughed and said, "That's really funny." And then went back into the bar and ostensibly had a really great night and didn't get in the fight.
Yeah. Because Paul is Philly Batman.
I do. I stop crimes. I stop fights.
Even though it's more of a Riddler move.
Yeah, I'm Philly. I don't know, DC 52. What is that called? I'm Philadelphia New 52.
Yeah.
Oh, New 52.
I don't think New 52 is even new or.
No, I know. They've like rebooted it 3 other times since the New 52.
Is Riddler in that?
I will be the part of the brain that enjoys the DC universe.
And I will be the part of the brain. I'm torn. I'm gonna let Kevin choose this other half of his brain. I'm either the other side of the brain that prefers Marvel comics, or I'm the part of the brain that also loves DC comics, but specifically the Zack Snyder version of DC comics.
Ooh,
which one do you want to play with, Kevin?
I feel like I want to see your Zack Snyder knowledge.
I think it's gonna be edgy. I think it's gonna be a real fun aspect.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
So this is a DC loving shark, but different versions of DC.
Yeah, so this brain is going to have all of like what I know about DC, which isn't very much other than a few like vibes and aesthetics.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the version that thinks they understand DC comics.
Yeah.
But misses all sense of subtext and what makes them work.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. I said it. I know there's Zack Snyder fans who listen to this podcast. I love you. Thank you for listening. But He's had it too good for too long.
Hold on. Did you guys know that sharks have 2 penises?
Whoa!
There, I stopped another fight.
What do they serve different functions?
No, I think it's just a double shotgun thing. It's like we're just spray and pray. They can't stop. They can't stop to make love, Chad.
And neither can we.
Do you guys want the warning?
Yes.
All right, warning. Do not read this book straight through from beginning to end, you idiot, like all books are read. Shark. These pages contain many different adventures you may have as you experience life in a variety of animal forms. From time to time, it's a customized one. From time to time, as you read along, you will be asked to make a choice. Your choices may lead to success or disaster. Your adventures are the result of your choices. You are responsible because you choose. After you make a choice, follow the instructions to see what happens next. Think carefully before you make a move. The animal kingdom is alive with dangers. Your choices will affect whether you will live or die, return to human existence, or be trapped as an animal forever. Good luck.
Can you wish us good luck like Rob64 from Starbucks? Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
What did you think? What do you think he was saying?
I thought saying,
fucked.
I was saying,
I want to be free. I was once a toy.
I thought he was just trying to start a Peter Frampton like mouth harp thing. It's late summer. You've been hiking in the remote mountains of Nepal when you come upon the ruins of an ancient temple. Vines have grown over the wide steps that lead to the entrance. The temple is faced with stone carvings of animals, all worn and crumbling, except for one fierce creature, an enormous lion with the wings of a dragon. Its huge jaws, huge jaws threaten to devour anyone who dares to pass. As you climb the steps, you sense danger. You step closer and stare at the lifeless monster towering above you. It seems to be warning you not to pass. Summoning your courage, you continue past the statue into a dark, cavernous temple. You can barely see anything, only a glimmer of gold in the center of the chamber, and beside it, a frail-looking man in a simple monk's robe.
Oh, cool.
As you start toward him, your legs grow weak. You sink to the temple floor. You try to stand.
Yes!
But you can't. The strength is being drained from your body. You can't even lift your hand. You call out to the monk, but he neither moves nor speaks. You feel your life slowly slipping away.
Is this guy big dogging us? Are we just so intimidated by him that we can't move?
I don't know, but there's a great picture of you laying prone next to him, looking up sadly at him in this book. Are you still alive? You were laying on the stone floor of the temple. The monk sits motionless beside you.
Wow, we're dead and we haven't even made a choice yet.
The monk hasn't even acknowledged our presence.
This book is staring straight into our eyes and saying, R.L. Stine doesn't have shit on me.
I don't know if you thought this is where it's going, Kevin. I thought for sure we just stepped into quicksand, and I was so ready.
That would have been incredible. That would have been incredible. Yeah. You try to sit up, but you can't. You feel as if you were in a trance. Perhaps you are dreaming. If so, it's unlike any other dream you've had before. Maybe you are dead.
Cool.
As if reading your mind, the monk says, "You are not dead. Neither are you alive. How can that be? You murmur, still unable to move. You have fallen into the shadow of death, he answers. It is forbidden to enter this temple. Those who do not heed the warning of the guardian must give up their lives. You feel a chill of death hovering about you as you struggle to remain conscious. But I didn't know, you say. You knew better than to enter, replies the monk. Trouble is a real idea in this world. The guardian...
We're in it.
You're in it and you're responsible for your actions. The guardian told you quite clearly. You mean the statue? I thought that was my imagination. The guardian is real, the monk says gravely, though not part of the world you know. Unless it chooses to release you, you will remain forever in its power. Remain where, you say, trying hard to make sense of all this. If I'm in its power, what's going to happen to me? For the first time, the monk looks away from you. You must now give up your human life, he answers. However, you will be given a chance to live in animal form. This is the lobster.
Oh my god, we did die.
Here's how I'm dumb.
Okay.
In many ways.
Okay.
I just assumed this book would start with, you're a shark. You live your life in the water. What do you want to do with a shark? I don't know why I thought we were going to isekai into being a shark.
Oh no, baby, it's an isekai. And you're going to have choices, my friend. Your skin grows cold, then colder still. You shiver violently to be turned into an animal. You can't let yourself believe this. Who is this monk anyway? Maybe he's making it all up. But before you even question him, the monk continues, I serve the guardian of the temple. Though I will do my best to help you, I may not interfere with its powers. You must first be one animal, then another, and sometimes the same one again. Time may seem to go in circles.
Is this setting up other books or something? Like,
so.
You could read all of them and turn into other animals.
We have a bit of a franchise opportunity here. They've sensed it. You may remember your human existence or forget it in an instant. I don't care.
We had a lot of people contribute to this book, and getting them all to work together was too much of a hassle. So we'll just chalk it up to an in-universe explainer.
I like this Legend of Neil old man you got.
Thank you.
On.
No,
Thank you.
Old man.
Don't read into it. But what if I die as an animal, you ask? Great question. The monk shakes his head. If you die as an animal, you die as an animal, you stupid idiot. What is important is that you live as one. For now, it is the only way you can live. The monk moves closer to you as he speaks. You may be an animal in creation, anywhere on Earth. You will retain some control over your fate. No one has control over their fate, you fucking idiot. Whether it will be enough to save you, I cannot say. You try to speak, but the monk raises his hand, and a wave of darkness sweeps over you.
Cool.
When you hear his voice, it sounds very far away. Would you be the Lord of Air, the Lord of Land, or the Lord of Sea? If you want to, and then you get to choose one of those three. Would you like to know the page numbers? Does that matter to you?
Wait, but like, this book is called You're a Shark.
Oh?
I mean...
We know what the canon choice is.
Chad, I feel like as a DC Comics fan, Lord of the Sea sounds a lot like we'd be Aquaman.
Yeah. And we all, and I know Aquaman
is a hard whiskey drinking dude. That's cool.
He's a hard drinking guy.
Yep.
He gets pissed in the face a lot in the second movie. There's like multiple things that pee in his face.
He gets peed in the face?
Yeah. There's like a bunch of gags of like he has a baby that pees in his face, and there's like an octopus familiar that pees in his face.
What is that doing for his star power?
And we like to say, my man. I don't want to be Aquaman.
You don't want to be Aquaman?
Oh, wait, I do. I want to yes-and that and be a shark. Because the other options would be Hawk Girl. That is probably... Why is that my choice for air?
Superman!
Superman.
Well, Superman isn't the Lord of the Air. I feel like there's really only one Lord, and that's Jesus Christ. So let's go to the
As a Zack Snyder fan, I love Jesus Christ imagery, so I'm on board.
Well, here's the. I do want to bring up one point. I'm sorry to jump in. I know I am the BM here, but what do you like? The Lord of the Land is that's a real mystery box, you know?
Rhinos
are the best. Does that turn me into my landlord?
You have a property, you never want to improve it. You want to sit on it and accumulate wealth.
Finally, real honest power.
I feel like we know the wrong answer. It's landlord.
I'm curious where they go. I can't imagine this Choose Your Own Adventure book called You're a Shark has pivot story points of whole other animals.
Mm.
I think you just said that there are pivot points of other animals. says
I guess I thought he meant like other books, not this one.
No, I think he's saying that like each of these things are going to be like a vignette of like a specific animal. I think it's shark time, dude.
Yeah, I mean, because we know shark. The other ones could be an animal we don't enjoy.
We got to give the people what they want.
Can we be a consensus that Lord of the Land, the best land animal, is a rhino? They're so great.
Rhino is a Marvel superhero, so
you're fucking right. A vixen, she has all the powers of all the animals. Yeah, let's do shark.
All right,
shark.
My man.
We're going to page 6, baby. Something wild has happened. You crash back into the ocean, spraying mountains of water in all directions. Then, with a flip of your massive tail, you dive, opening your mouth. You strain a few thousand krill from the water. They taste excellent.
We've already taken a bite of the food chain.
You swing your tail, accelerating. You dive deep. Deep! The water grows darker. You pass a small fish, a hammerhead shark. You hear the sounds of other whales calling, "Come! It's time to migrate to the warm waters." You send a sound message back to them. You've always migrated with the others, but food is plentiful here. You like the cool waters. Though you know you should join the migration, you are really not ready to leave. If you stay in cool waters, turn to page 55. If you follow the other whales, turn to page 21.
Wow, we're a whale, not a shark.
Faked you out, bro.
But
are we going to anamorph into multiple forms, I guess? Yeah.
I guess. I mean, listen, I think we should join the Justice League of Whales and follow the other whales.
Sure. Let's go follow a whale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You're joining the communion of whales, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
My man.
All right.
Blessed Union of Whales.
Blessed Union of Whales, you have joined. You lash your tail and turn your great body northward toward the other whales. By pointing your head in slightly different directions, you were able to form a sound picture of the bottom of the sea. Undersea mountains and valleys and canyons where rivers once flowed, sweeping toward the surface. You sound the other whales. There are 5 of them, but you sense there should be more following. You send a call behind you. "Hurry! Our herd is heading towards the warm waters." But there is no answer. A great blue shape, the whale furthest ahead, slows. The blue whale is the biggest mammal that ever lived, and this one, leader of the herd, is almost 100 feet long. He has dropped back to let you swim alongside and sends a message to you. "You're new to our ways, friend," he says.
I like him.
"There are no others. In years past, there were more whales in the herd, but most of them have passed to the great deep."
Wow. All right. Listen, we don't read enough xenofiction here on Goosebuds.
No.
I'm like, it's fun and cool, and we should do more of it.
This is great. With the flip of his tail that sets a 20-foot-high wave coursing through the ocean and destroys a small village, the leader accelerates.
What?
You are left again at the end of the procession. No one will think of the people killed this day. Turn to page 24. The days go by, and water grows warmer. The sun is higher in the sky, and you can feel its warmth on your back when you surface to breathe. There's less food now, but you don't feel hungry anymore. You're able to live off your reserves of blubber for a while. You are content and happy as you glide through the waves.
Cool.
A loud clanking. You're having a great time being a whale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not starving. We're not owned.
We've certainly not been owned.
Don't say that I was ever owned as a whale.
A loud clanking sound travels through the water. The herd suddenly veers to the left. Surfacing, you see a great ship pass you. A neighbor calls to you, "Oil in the water!" Suddenly, you feel a slimy, smelly black film sliding across your face. Some of it seeps into your blowhole. You cough and blow.
Oh.
You let out a long, low moan. A memory flashes in your mind. If only you could be a person again.
Man, being a whale's a bummer.
Yeah, it's rough. You kill people by accident. Page 26.
And there's always those reality shows trying to like do shows about us and like diving down here, and James Cameron's always checking in on us. So get out of here, James Cameron.
Suddenly you're you, the human being again, back on the temple floor. So you were still alive, the monk is sitting glazing into the flame of a tiny oil lamp. The dark chill of the temple cuts through you, and you realize that once again you are unable to move. "Won't the guardians release me yet?" "I think not," says the monk, without turning to look at you. "You are not yet in the realm of the living. The only way for you to survive is to become an animal once again. First, you must answer the question. Living as an animal, would you rather be among people, near people, or far away from people?"
Oh, man. If we live among people, do we get to be a cat? If we live near people, do we get to be a pigeon? And
now you're suddenly all about not being a shark? Now that you can be a cat, you're all about abandoning our mission?
I'm sorry, Chad, but Real life Kevin just wants to be a cat.
Cats rule everything around me, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I'm just gonna guess. I guess if we had chose to stay in cool waters earlier, we would have been a shark.
No, you would have still been a whale, but you would have been a loner whale.
Yeah.
How do we get to be a shark?
Yeah, being with the herd did not help us in any way. Like,
what did we learn from that experience?
Yeah, it was like way too late. They were like, "Oh, look out for the oil." Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, you know what? Everything has to look out for the oil in the water because humans are awful.
I think that's the thing. They're learning about pollution.
Oh, okay. This turns us into eco-terrorists by the end of it.
Okay, then I feel like we'd rather live away from people.
Yeah. Away from people.
Maybe this will sway your choices. If you want to live among people, it's page 33. If you'd rather live... among people is 33, yes. If you'd live near people, 14. Away from people, page 69.
Nice.
Gotta
do it. Gotta do it.
69.
Going to 69. Oh, God. You were an octopus drifting down towards the ocean floor.
Yeah.
As you settle on a rocky ledge, you change your color and texture to blend in with your new surroundings. Perfectly camouflaged, you wait until your favorite food, a lobster, approaches.
Hey, Boston. Boston, kid. Fucking being an octopus eating lobster.
Oh, I'd like to be an octopus, yeah.
Hell yeah, kid.
With amazing speed, you propel yourself toward it. The lobster wheels on you, pincers wide apart. This fucking dumb lobster thinks it's going to take you out. Pincers wide apart, releasing a jet of ink to distract it. You sweep over to the lobster's side. Swiftly, you slap one tentacle around its back, another over its rear claws, and a third around its head. In almost the same emotion, your sharp beak rips open the lobster's soft underside. In a way, you're an underwater bird, which would make Chad happy.
Yes. Octopuses are great.
This is great.
I also have a legal copy of the book that I obtained through perfectly legal means, and I just want to say that we would have been a house cat if we chose to live there.
Really? No way. Well,
yeah,
we can go back if things get sad.
No.
You want to be spayed and neutered, Kevin?
Yeah. Yes, Chad. I guess I only get to be one of the two, though.
Yeah, you're spayed and or neutered. Yeah, you're not both.
I mean, I might win the lottery and get to have both.
I gave the cat the full over, spayed and neutered.
The works.
Just to make it, I also told him that sex can give you STDs, so he'll never want to have sex.
Yeah, abstinence-only cat education is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, but fucking up lobsters and being a Boston octopus is pretty good.
Yeah, a boctopus.
I changed colors to purple. I want to change the color to purple right now.
You change purple, no one notices you.
Cat can't do that, though.
Nope.
But you do know how cool you are. Your hunger satisfied, you swim off, searching for a den. Like all octopuses, you feel safest when you're hidden in a dark, snug place, and when your purple skin is beautifully hidden from all sight of others. Ahead of you is a clay jar. You approach it curiously, and with a tentacle, explore its inside. It's empty, so you slither over to the other side, into your new home. Curled up in the bottom, you sleep.
Octopus in a pot.
Living life.
Purple octopus in a pot.
Kind of like being a cat in a box.
You are kind of the cat of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart, lovable, eats lobsters.
Able to slip through small holes that no one should be able to slip through.
Yep.
If he fits, you sits. You awake to an odd sensation. Though you are still in the jar, you're being pulled through the water. Something is carrying you. This is bad. Humans are bad. Something is carrying you to the ocean surface. You're curious, but very wary. Should you stay in the jar or slip out now?
Fuck that jar.
Yeah, we're getting out of this.
You're bailing. You're bailing. Okay.
We're not staying in that fucking jar. Are you kidding me?
All right, page 50. You're slipping out of the jar.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you wanted to slip out of the jar, right?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be contained at all.
He went ahead. Instinct tells you that there's something dangerous about a den that lifts itself through water. As the clay jar rises, you slip out. You cruise along the reef, scuttling along with one tentacle over another, looking for either a new den or a juicy soft-shell crab. You poke into a few holes that are already inhabited, and then you smell food on the ledge above you. Using 3 tentacles at once, you reach higher, lunge, and clamp down on a hermit crab. You scoop it up and pass it from suction cup to suction cup into your mouth. No sooner have you finished eating than a sand shark eyes you for lunch. Turning bright red with fear, you propel yourself away with your jet stream. You know you can't stay ahead of a shark for long. You release a cloud of ink to distract it. Immediately, you change color and look for a hiding place. There's a pile of old bottles up ahead. You shoot toward them, but the shark has swum through the ink cloud and is gaining on you. You'll never reach the shelter fast enough. This time, you're out of ink. The end.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dead.
Deaded.
We didn't even get to make a choice there. They didn't be like, fire your ink.
Listen, you were a shark and you weren't owned, but you were an octopus and you were hella owned.
We could have shifted to the color of the sand. This is like squid, anti-squid propaganda.
This is low tactics octopusing.
You know, they're really like drawing out this "you are a shark" type thing. Like I figured we'd be a shark way earlier than this.
The book cover shows him becoming a shark, and we have not done that.
Yeah, we are not a shark.
He's clearly anamorphing into the shark on the cover of this.
I'm not used to how much the cover has to do with the actual story.
Or how much the story goes clearly forward and gets you directly to the point.
Yeah. I want to be this fucking shark, but okay, I guess we're dead.
You did get to experience the power of shark, which should make you desire to become it even more.
I guess so, yeah. Can we go back to being a cat?
Well,
we're 2 lives down already. This is a lot of deaths.
No, one life. We haven't died twice, right?
Well, I mean, we did technically die at the beginning, but it was part of the plot.
Oh, it was a canon. It was a canon.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Canon death. There was no winning that fight.
That's not one of your lives. Which part would you like to return to? Would you like to go all the way back to the animal choice, or would you like to go to your the areas of like where you want to live as humans, or amongst humans? I'm sorry.
Chad, up to you. Do you want to be a cat, or do you want to stay in the pot?
You know, I did enjoy being a squid. What could possibly good come from being in a pot?
Maybe we go to an aquarium and we get to bang other octopuses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want to do that? You want to get caught?
Yeah, let's be in the pot and see how good that is.
All right.
Yeah, I think staying on a branch a little bit more and seeing all the fruits on this story branch is a good idea.
I mean, it could be like Finding Dory, and it could be like a fun like zoo adventure for you.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say hot take? That movie is fucking dog shit. That movie is fucking awful. There's no stakes.
It's mid. It's pretty mid.
Is pretty mid, as the kids say. Finding Dory is goddamn awful. Okay, anyway, so
all right, through the jar. Okay, ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Through the jar is moving. What?
Though the jar is moving.
Oh my god, I can read.
You heard that Fiona Apple song? Though the jar is moving.
Though the jar is moving. It feels safe inside. The ocean grows warmer as you near the surface. Steadily, Fiona Apple, her voice. I don't think people talk about how incredible her voice is. And
so good. Fetch the Bolt covers.
Whew, she's
Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Great album.
Incredible.
Everyone should listen to it.
She's incredible.
Anyway.
Steadily, the jar continues to rise. Then suddenly, your den is ripped from the water, and a hand reaches into the jar and grabs your body. You cling desperately with all your tentacles, but you're not strong enough to resist. The hand yanks you out of the jar and throws you on the deck of a boat.
Ow.
Around you are dozens of jars, and besides each one it's an octopus trap.
We must free our brethren.
Some are already dead, the others weakening. The hot sun is beating down on you. You know you can't survive long out of water. Your eyes rise up like periscopes. The edge of the boat isn't far. Using all your strength, you crawl to it. In a moment, you are over the side and back in the cool water. As you swim towards the bottom, a strange thing happens. You become aware of your own escape, moving through the ocean as if you were a part of it. Your swimming never felt this effortless. You think, and slowly you realize, that your human memory has returned.
Okay. Is this like Crank? Are we like, does like the adrenaline like jog us back into being a human?
Yeah, it seems like anytime you, I don't know, have a thought of your own mortality, I guess, you become aware, you wake up.
Can we meta look at this also in that this choice was experience the depth, not a water pun, experience the death of other squids and fight for freedom.
All right, you're using squid and octopus interchangeably.
I'm sorry. I just like any squishy thing with lot of legs.
Any cephalopod will do.
Thank you, Paul.
I actually don't know if they're both cephalopods.
I'm just saying, we're an octopus. We're not a squid.
Can it be a cuttlefish?
No. The monk won't allow it.
Well, to be a cuddlefish.
Well, we are returning to the monk right now. Suddenly, you are a human again, back in the ruins, back in the runs of the temple? I think it's supposed to be ruins, but it says runs. Back in the runs of the temple.
Temple's got the runs, man.
This time, that's what they call the bowels of a temple, the runs of a temple. This time, you find yourself standing. You try to walk, but your feet seem rooted to the floor. The monk sits before you. You are doing well, he says.
What are we doing, monk?
We're still fucking paralyzed.
You're being very chill, child. The most children are not this chill. They usually are freaking out and flopping all over.
I watched all of that via you. It was like playing a video game. Let's play, and I watched you as a squid.
You're not bad for a first timer.
Okay.
Well, thanks, you say, surprised. Does that mean I can go now? It only means that you are doing well. Tell me, how did it feel when you changed from human to animal? You think back to that strange moment. It was confusing. Sometimes my human memory went against my animal instinct. Then you would rather have no trace of human memory. I'd rather have it completely, you say. If I could have always remembered that I'd been a human, I'd have been an extra smart animal. But, the monk says, knowing you are a human being who is trapped in the body of an animal would be very hard indeed. You might panic. When you are an animal, it is better to be wrapped in the mist of forgetfulness.
This is some fucking...
Ignorance is bliss. It's better to forget who you are and just drift away.
Go with the flow, you child bitch. I don't...
Dude, this old bitch.
I don't know which would be worse, you admit.
No, it's old bitch.
Old bitch. Sometimes you must make a decision, even when you can't decide, the monk says gently, a great piece of wisdom. You start to protest, but the monk's eyes are like glowing coals. His voice seems to burn into your brain. You are about
I feel like that's action bias, if I'm being honest.
I agree. Sometimes the best choice is no choice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Chad doesn't seem happy with that.
No, I was just thinking.
Okay.
I was just thinking about what Snyder would do. I was thinking about...
Good. That's great. There would always be a choice for Snyder.
I was thinking about what music drop would come in right now.
That's the choice. He would choose not to take action. He would choose the music drop.
Yeah.
Or what to slow down. You're about to become an animal again. You must choose whether you will keep your human mind, or live without a trace of human memory.
Wait, if we could keep our human hands but be an animal,
that would be incredible. Can you imagine being a shark with human hands? You would be unstoppable.
Oh my god, we'd get much done.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
A shark with a gun, 2 guns even, maybe.
Yeah.
2 penises, 2 guns.
No arms or wrists, just hands sticking out of a shark wielding guns.
Unstoppable. If you choose to keep your human memory and hands, turn to page 60. If you choose to give it up, turn to page 70. You must make a choice.
I don't know. I don't want to do just what the monk tells us, but I feel like he won't let us go until we listen to him.
Well, what do you think the monk is telling us to forsake our humanity?
Yeah, I feel like the dumb child was like, I want my human brain. And the monk's like, the big boy move is to not want anything.
Well, yeah, not to step back too far. I'm not even sure what lesson the monk is trying to teach us. Like we were kids wandering into an indigenous land that we shouldn't have. I get that.
You'd be an idiot. Yep.
Trope.
We don't know that.
Well, but we didn't even take a golden idol or anything. We just kind of walked in here and saw a statue and a vision, and then old man was like, "You are fallen."
We could.
I am tempted to forgive our humanity, but I feel like what Superman would say the best of us is humanity and the human spirit.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
But would Snyder's Superman say that?
Yeah, I don't know. He always seemed really sad. He always seemed really sad about saving people. Let's forgive up our humanity. Let's
give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up. No more human memory. We don't need it.
Oh boy, this looks bad. I think you might.
This seems extremely bad.
He offered it to us, right? Didn't he? This is the monk's idea. So if this kills us, the monk's a piece of D.
Did you call him a piece of D?
Yeah, he's a piece of a dick. He's ineffective as a thing to mate with or be used, but he's a piece of D.
Did you call him a dick fragment?
Yeah, he's one of the pieces that they cut off during a bris too, I bet.
Yeah. And
One of them? I think it's supposed to just be one.
Well, if you do it right, it's one piece, but sometimes you get multiple pieces. For multiple family members to take home, you know?
Yeah, everybody wants a piece.
The bris jar, yeah, you want to go home with a bris jar. That's how you know you've been blessed.
Yeah, whoever gets the skin gets a penis next.
Oh, God, Cousin Mickey got peace, and I didn't. I drove 3 hours to this bris.
You take flight from the surface of the marsh. It's a hot summer evening, and you're in search of blood.
Uh-oh.
Instinct guides you towards the house and through the broken part of the screen. You hover over a sleeping girl. As you buzz by her ear, she turns. Her arm lashes out, and you dart away. You light on a wall, waiting until she's quiet again, and prepare to set upon her. You focus on a bare shoulder and dive. Silently you work, drawing out her rich red blood. The girl swats hard, but you fly out of range. As soon as she settles back down, you land on her hand to finish your meal. This is the best blood yet! Yeesh. Suddenly, the girl sits up and switches on a light. Once again, you take to the air. All right, mosquito. She stalks around the room looking for you.
I played this PlayStation 1
Me
game.
too. It's PlayStation 2. Mr. Mosquito. It's a great one. You light on the back of her neck and walk slowly down her spine. Gotcha, the girl cries, slapping herself on the shoulder. You move down a little further. The hand whips around again. Splat. The end.
Damn. That's death number 2.
Okay, but the monk told us to do this.
Wrecked. Well, when you return to life for your third and final life, he's going to say, never listen to me. That is the lesson, you dumb idiot.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think that monk is any good.
Also, he's a human. Why does he get to be a human? Why doesn't he turn into animals, you know?
Maybe he does. Maybe he is.
Bro, he weakered your ass without any warning. I don't trust this guy.
He did weakered us. He did weakered us.
He used power word weakered, and we just fell.
Do you want to return to your previous choice, or do you want to go back further?
No, we're gonna keep our human memory, I guess, and become more.
Yeah,
powerful.
Let's go back to the previous choice.
All right, previous choice.
We should have listened to Superman. The good of humanity is the best part of Earth, and we'll overcome all obstacles. We want to hold on to our humanity.
All right, you will retain your human memory. No matter what it's like to be a dog with a dog's understanding, it's terrible to be a dog when you have human understanding. You know, because that's what happened to you. And you realize instantly that you aren't going to have an easy life as a dog. A poodle in a fancy house in California, or a golden retriever curled up before a fireplace in Vermont. No, you can see that you have a hard life ahead. You're a husky, a big, strong one. I know, that's a good dog. Thank goodness for that, you think, as you look around and see the other 6 in your team. You're all hitched to a sled, waiting for the command to break it out of the ice. There are 3 men in fur clothes loading the sled. They have rifles, and you shrink down on your haunches, thinking about how any one of them could shoot you, and no one would care.
Okay. Okay.
Scary thought.
Okay, yeah. We're not friends with the humans. They are just other rogue humans. Okay.
Oh, okay. We got a slur coming up.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What?
Oh boy.
Don't read ahead for slurs, Kevin.
I like Slur Watch. I think we need more Slur Watch in our readings. You quiver as you recall how when you get trapped in bad weather and can't find enough to eat, they shoot a dog or 2 for food.
I don't think that is true. That seems like a big waste.
Seems like a really bad idea.
What have we time traveled to a different era where dogs are rare and meat is scarce? What's happening?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. You're becoming aware. Hold on, you're waking up, Chad. That one of the men is pointing at you. You're quivering and shaking. You must look sick. They might shoot you because you don't want the sled held back by a sick dog. You leap to your feet and stand alert, as if eager to pull the sled. The men exchange a few more words and resume their work. Phew. Why did they do that? You look over at the other dogs and judge yourself to be stronger and bigger than all of them, except the lead dog. Even he is scarcely larger than you. You must be the second dog in the team. 3 men and 7 dogs across the Arctic tundra. Where are you bound? For what purpose? You have no way of knowing. There's a picture of the dog sitting in snow.
Dog. We are dog.
We are dog. Suddenly, the lead dog turns and snarls at you. Baring his teeth, you step back and pace and look away. When you look again, he is sniffing. He is sniffing at the how ahead of him. Snow. You sniff. This legally acquired book has some big typos.
Yeah.
You sniff and smell the other dogs, each with its own distinctive scent. You smell the wood and leather and half-frozen dried food stacked on the sled, and the scent of men themselves. It's getting Tolkien-esque. Curious about the same scent that attracted the lead dog, you step forward. He turns on you, growling. You shrink back. Why is he so unfriendly? Maybe it's because you judged him as the alpha, and that's not a life that he chose for himself. The answer comes to you. You are the number 2 dog. He is afraid you are challenging his authority. If you could smile, you would, because you realize what power you have with your human mind.
I just saw a thing online that apparently huskies don't have like eye muscles that other dogs have. They can't don't really have like a lot of the eye emotions that like dogs have to look like worried or happy or anything like that.
Aww.
So they just kind of have this like 1,000-yard stare all the time.
Aww.
Also, I think since we're such a scientifically accurate podcast, we should note that I think it's been disproven that alphas and betas exist in dog hierarchy.
Yeah, and at least in wolves.
At least in wolves, it doesn't exist. I don't think it exists in dogs either, but this seems to be from the 90s.
Oh, this was from an ignorant time where we now in the future definitely don't have entire cultures based around alphas and omegas and sigmas and whatever.
This could be in the Omegaverse. We don't know.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, I want to get Tank, I need an out.
Bring your sigma energy into the rest of this read, guys. I know you got it. Crack! Mush! Instinctively, you press forward, taking up the slack and straining with the other dogs to break the sled out of the ice. In a moment, you're all trotting along at a good clip, pulling the loaded sled over the hard-packed snow. You are all alphas today. You have no idea when you'll get rest. Unlike the other dogs, you think about what you'll do when you make camp for the night. If you decide to try and challenge the leader to become the lead dog, turn to page 100. If you decide you'll try and escape and gain your freedom, turn to page 77.
Well, we can't fall in line? Pretty good being dog number 2. Not a lot of pressure.
Yeah, can I ask a question? I'm sorry for not understanding what we're doing here. To be fair, I kept reading the Wikipedia page about sharks' 2 penises while we were doing this.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So we were a husky. We're now a husky. Mm-hmm. We were a loose husky. We went over a ridge and saw humans with guns who were like,
no. You woke up in the team.
Okay, I think I missed the part where we were bound to the team and thought they were going to shoot us, and I was like, we're a stray dog, and then we got hooked up to the sled.
You woke up a sad human-minded dog with human fears inside of it and human inadequacies.
Oh, and they interpreted that as weakness, and we were like, kill that dog.
They sensed your beta-ness for sure.
Got it. Okay, I just want to understand how we were like in this hierarchy of dogs, but as a loose dog. I am sorry. I understand now.
We're not loose.
Yeah, we're tethered.
Yeah.
Hey, we are all dog. Now, what do you choose? Do you want to fight the alpha, or do you want to gain your freedom?
Yeah, we're an alpha podcast. We're going to fight the alpha.
We definitely.
As a fan of the alpha comic books, DC, I agree.
Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah.
What? There's a DC. There's a Marvel character named Alpha. I didn't know there's a DC.
No, I'm saying that DC is the alpha's choice.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Now the Watchmen's part of the DC universe. It's definitely
hella alpha.
Wow.
I've always wanted to see Superman and the comedian talk to each other.
Me too, man, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Rorschach and Plastic Man in the same universe. Let's go.
Sounds cool.
I like the question.
I do like you would love the question. I like the question.
I like the question.
The question is basically,
he's Rorschach. He's basically
Rorschach. Yeah, he really is just doing the same thing.
Yeah, and pull the bat.
So he doesn't hate. Isn't Rorschach like also like a racist or something? There's like some stuff in there. Yeah.
Well,
turns out he's not a good guy. As you and the others pull the sled along on hard-packed snow, you feel strength and energy flowing through your body. You are a strong dog in the prime of life. The wind is bitter. The breath of the dogs is like puffs of smoke. Icicles form around your nose and mouth, but your coat is thick and warm.
It's true.
At noon, the men stop to rest. The other dogs become restless, and you do too. You smell food and realize how hungry you are. The men are unpacking seal meat. They throw a chunk to each dog, the largest to the lead dog. He bites off a piece and smugly lifts his head and looks away while he wolfs it down. This is as good a time as any. You dash in and grab the lead dog's meat. It takes a moment for him to understand what happened. Then he charges, his brutal jaws open, razor teeth bared.
I pull out a gun.
This could be happening.
Say, back off, man.
But you have a plan. Using your human mind, you seize the chunk of meat and swing it around, slapping the lead dog in the face as he lunges for your throat. Confused, he stops short, torn between wanting to grab the meat and wanting to attack you. In that instant, you strike, seizing his throat and biting deeply enough to get a grip. Taking care not to sever the jugular, you don't want the men to decide you're a killer. Sensing that he is helpless, the other dog squeals. This dog,
so dark.
This is so sociopathic of you.
This is like an argument I'm winning in my head. Like this is like how I would prevent dog September 11th or something.
Yeah, and somehow Creedence Clearwater's Fortunate Son is playing over this. Like, it doesn't even really make sense, but it's played over it.
You hear the men talking. Coming closer, you tighten your grip and twist the other dog onto his side. He goes limp, but he's not dead. He's submitting to your authority. You relax your grip. The other dog slinks away. In a few minutes, the men hitch up the team. This time, you are in the lead position. The men are talking excitedly. They must be impressed by how you conquered the other dog. You are pleased with yourself. Next time, you'll get the biggest piece of meat. The trouble is, you think you're still only a dog. That night, as you are dozing off to sleep, you feel a great change taking place in your body, in space, and in time. Turn to page 16.
Wait, hold on, but like can I just say, I know this is a fiction. I know this world's not real. I understand we are three adults reading a book for a podcast.
Right.
I feel really bad about biting that fictional dog.
I feel great about it. Don't worry, Chad.
As soon as you said, like, the other dog, like, slinks away and, like, our bite was, like, almost, like, severing there already, I felt so bad about what we were doing. I guess that makes
Chad, the pack deserves a strong leader, and we're the strongest.
That makes me a beta, because I was like, I feel bad. I feel really bad about this fictional dog.
Yeah,
no.
You're giving the pack what it wants.
He was old and weak, and we have new ideas for this pack of dogs.
Oh no! Oh no!
Give the pack what it wants, Chad.
A roll in the snow? I think we all just want to roll in the snow and be good boys.
Yeah, and use guns.
Well, the gun was a defensive warning.
We take the human guns.
You are a strong dog who knows how powerful guns can be in the hands of your pack. You know instantly that what you've become. Because a killer. Because you can see your big trunk waving in front of you. You feel your stringy tail whirling back and forth, shooing away flies. You look around at the other elephants walking among the acacia trees.
Cool. We're an elephant now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Moving your massive body with ease, you sway slowly through the grove, stopping only briefly to try one sort of vegetation or another. In your curiosity, you wander a little way from the herd and soon find yourself at the edge of the savannah. Only a dozen yards from you are two full-grown lions. They turn their massive heads and stare at you with piercing green eyes.
What are those motherfuckers gonna do? We're a fucking elephant.
We'll thwap them with our big old host nose.
You can't fucking eat us.
Who can eat us? Who's better than us? With the lingering traces of your human memory, or is it the memory of a vulnerable baby elephant? Uh-oh, you're a baby. You feel a momentary...
Oh no, we gotta get under mama's legs.
You feel a momentary sense of fright. Without thinking about it, you trumpet loudly, stamping the ground with your front foot. The lions spring away from you, running like frightened rabbits. You remember now that with one tap of your foot, you could break their backs. You head back towards the herd. The others have stopped gazing and are walking single file across the savannah. Where are they going? You wonder if you should do you decide to rejoin the herd, or do you decide to explore the savannah on your own?
Man, every time we join the herd, we fucking die because we stuck our head in oil or
go in a dumb jar.
We're a baby elephant.
I think we just have the memories of a baby elephant. I don't think two lions would run from a baby elephant. And this picture I'm seeing looks like we're a full-grown elephant.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you were foolish. I think you were a foolish little boy for a second there.
We had the mind of a child in an adult elephant body.
I think our human memory is fading. I think we had it for being a dog, and now it's starting to go away again because this book doesn't have any rules.
This is a weird book.
Yeah, one weird book.
I'll
guys.
be honest. I do think while elephants are titans of the land, I still feel like separating is dangerous, Kevin. But if you want to go off into the wilderness, let's go, man. Let's go.
I'm just saying, what have our experiences with herds, what have they been so far? As a whale, like, we died, and as a dog, we had to bite an old dog.
Yeah, you had to hurt that dog.
Sad. Yeah,
I really hated that. Yeah, I guess if we're not near other elephants, I don't have to hurt other elephants.
So I think it's time we spin up our own story. You know?
Yeah.
You cross an open plain and wander through the acacia groves, breaking off thick limbs with your trunk and munching on leaves and twigs. A giant python slithers out of your path. A leopard leaps in front of you and disappears into the dense undergrowth. Insects swarm about, but they can't bite through your thick hide. You reach a fast, flowing stream and wade in. It's deep and cool. The cool water sloshes over your belly. You are a tank. You are a living meat tank. You suck up a trunk full of spray and spray it over your head. What a good feeling. You are a tank. You love being a tank.
Yeah.
You are a tank. Wait, that's the real title of this.
You are a tank is the real title. You wade out on the other side and graze on the tall, succulent grass growing at the water's edge. You trumpet from time to time in hopes that another elephant will hear you. As you reach a wide clearing, you are startled to see two humans holding guns. Uh-oh. At first, you're confused. This scene seems so familiar. Yet you know that as an elephant, this is the first time you've seen men. Look at the tusks on this one, one of the men cries.
Kill him. Kill him right now.
Yeah. Now you know exactly what's going to happen. You turn to run. You hear the gunfire and feel a searing pain in your chest, then another in your head. As you sink to your knees, your massive body crumples on one side. You gasp for air, but you are not breathing. You're dying, the victim of a poacher who is eager to cut off your ivory tusks and sell them.
What the
end. This is dark. You were a tank.
What the
You were a tank.
I hate this.
Well, that's our third death.
You want another man's?
I can't. We're going to end...
I don't think anything good's gonna happen, if I'm being honest.
No, this seems like a sad book.
I don't even really know what Old Monk is trying to get us to understand, like the futility of life, like human beings.
Yeah, how much humans suck. But then when we rejected our humanity, we died. So, like, yeah, what are you trying to teach us, Old Monk?
I think if we end this right now, this is one of the bleakest adventure books we've ever read.
It's up there. It's up there with the bleakness of Back to Pass.
Yeah, Back to Pass, I believe, also had a gun.
I don't think Back to Pass. I don't think anything is as bleak as Back to Pass.
Nothing good.
Back to Pass was fucking.
But that was a takedown of the high school to college to professional football industry, right? Wasn't that where that went? It was like the NFL will ruin your life.
I believe so. Yes.
This just seems to be like it sucks to be an animal, and humans are the worst thing ever.
Do you surrender?
I don't know how to end this. Like, we just died as an elephant.
Do we do a lie token and try and save it? This is pretty bleak to end on.
But like, the more I think about it, it's powerful. It's
They were giving us a powerful message in this book. I think it's okay to let the monk and his dastardly tricky magic lie in that temple and never be discovered. Never discover what the meaning of his magic is.
That's so wild.
We were never a shark.
Never once.
No.
Never once.
Never a shark. What were we supposed to pick to be a shark?
Apparently you can become a dolphin in this too.
I saw on the back of the cover it said you could be a cub fox.
I'm just jumping to the shark page. Here's what happens if you become the shark. You're still swimming in the ocean, but now you're breathing underwater. You feel as if you were all teeth. You are a shark! A fish head, a juicy bass. Your tail vibrates, your body quivers as you home in on your prey. In an instant, you've torn it to shreds. You're still hungry. Fat tuna. You pivot and barrel toward it. It sees you. Extra speed. Open mouth. Your teeth rip into it, and you bite off its tail.
Yeah.
The tuna can't get far now. Seconds later, only bloody water remains. You're still hungry. A nice squid. You dive. It's sending out black ink. You could smell the squid right through the ink. Extra speed. The squid is good for one bite. You're still hungry. That slow, chunky creature with no fins and two long kicking limbs hanging behind it. Should you attack it? It looks as if it would taste good, but there's something about it that makes you nervous. Let's attack it and see what happens.
Yeah, attack it. Go in for more damage.
This is like the play of the game for the shark. Like, this is the shark's pentakill highlight reel.
Yeah. Reaper alt on this
yeah.
this squid. What can I ask, Paul? Do you know how you got to this moment in this? I genuinely want to know what we're supposed to choose.
I just kept scrolling through until I got to the shark page with the shark.
You mean flipping through the pages?
That's how you become a shark.
When you say scrolling, you mean flipping through the pages?
Yes. That's what I call turning a page. Call it scrolling a page.
Yeah.
I'm a kid of the iPhone generation, so you know.
Yeah, it's like when we call things on web pages bookmarks, even though you're not using a bookmark anymore. You're just using old terms.
Yeah, it's fun to do that. I don't know how I did it, Chad. Here, I'm gonna click on Lord of the Sea. Then you become the whale.
You're gonna turn the page.
All right, so sorry, I mean to click the button, but that's another thing I do is when I flip to a page that I've already been to, I say I click to it. I'm gonna. We followed the whales. That was bad. We did stay in the cool waters, right?
No, we
never did that.
Not stay in the cool water, so that's what I thought was maybe going to turn us into a shark.
All right, so then that takes us to a page where you stay in the cool waters, you eat some krill, you turn, you move and turn, you cruise along, and then you see a large shape, and it looks it's probably a ship or something. So you can move towards the ship, and it's got a tail. Yeah, it's a ship, and then a pole. Oh my god, they're gonna kill whales.
This is a brutal fucking book, man.
Oh wait, I think they're fighting against whalers. Nope, they're whalers. They kill you with harpoons. They stab you with harpoons. You can take vengeance on them.
Good. You can set up on.
And then when you get stabbed with harpoons, you come back. You return as a shark, and that's why we're given the option to kill a human.
I think this brutal world matches the type of stories that Zack Snyder tells, and I think we did a good job.
I think we did a great job. I'm just struggling to comprehend what I'm supposed to take away from this.
I would love to talk to any child who read this when they were young.
Yeah, they probably grew up cool.
Yeah. They probably this probably made some vegans, at least some vegetarians.
All right, so if you attack the human, it looks like they stab you with a spear.
Okay.
Cool. And then you turn into an eagle, which is even cooler.
Wow, in the same moment, or we just get bumped into a new life as an eagle?
It seems like you're like daisy chaining animal lives in this run.
Yeah, I kind of wish we were just a shark. I feel like there's enough there.
I thought this book was going to start with us being a baby shark. I thought we were just going to be swimming around.
I think you only get one page of being a shark.
That's insane. This book should be called "You're Trapped in a Kafka-esque Nightmare."
Okay, I'm
sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went to I think I found a page where the monk is teaching you a lesson, so I was reading that.
Okay, yeah.
You're stuck in all the bad parts of Animorphs. Go ahead.
There, you're stuck. Yeah. You're trapped in constantly refreshing Animorph hell. All right, so it says, I don't know what you did to get here, but you say, all right, you say reluctantly, I guess I'll take one more chance of being an animal, but can you promise me that I'll survive and come back? His face stern and impassive, the monk replies, I can't guarantee anything. You may return if you could stay alive for 3 weeks as an animal. If you don't want to take that chance, you must remain here with me for 3 weeks. And then what, you ask? The trails have been completely covered by snow. In 3 weeks' time, hikers will pass this temple. They will guide you down the mountain. Well, then, you say, I'll just stay here for 3 weeks. The monk rises to his feet. Though he looks old and frail, he walks to the temple door as gracefully as a dancer. Sometimes being human can be as dangerous as being an animal. He points to the snow-laden mountainside that rises steeply from the temple. Okay, I don't know if he's teaching you a lesson. I'm sorry. I led you guys astray. I think he's just trying to convince us.
I thought he was about to kill us.
He wants us to,
he was like he rose like he's going to pull out a knife and stab us.
He just wants us to get back into his VR game that he created.
And I don't want to bum you out further, but there's cat slander when you turn into a cat.
What do you mean? What cat slander?
It's like you pretend to be sorry, but you're not sorry. You're a fucking cat.
Well,
Cats
that is true,
assholes.
though. No,
well,
that's true.
I mean,
that is kind of true.
Are cats ever sorry?
I don't think even when my cats have, I've done some things. I've yelled at my cats and they've kind of looked sad. So maybe they could feel briefly sorrowful. I don't know.
I just think it's cat slander.
It is. It certainly is, Kevin.
I think people should only say good things about cats. As a cat propagandist, I think.
No, I agree. I think this book it's interesting how it's very pro-animal, but then it's kind of like Eli Roth's view on animal life of just like torture and death. And then also like times that animals had advantages, I'm still salty about the octopus not being able to like shapeshift to a color that would avoid the shark. That seems lame.
I think he's just trying to show us how hard they got it out there, you know?
Yeah.
I think we did the best we could with this, guys. We didn't get to be a shark. Truly, we lied to become a shark, but we did get to experience it very briefly. I don't know. Being an animal is a hellish and scary experience, but you know, what isn't?
Yeah. I think they should have named this You Might Be a Shark.
You could be a shark.
You are a shark, period. You are dead.
There's the potential for you to be a shark. And maybe if you're not a shark, you're just a sad human.
One fun thing I just saw is one of the endings is you decide to stay with the monk for 3 weeks and not become an animal, and then you end up getting killed by an avalanche anyway.
Are you kidding me?
That's pretty funny.
Are you kidding me? Who wrote this book?
Edward Packard.
Edward Packard. Okay.
You might know him from his computers that he created.
Ooh.
With his friend Hewlett.
I feel like these chapters are so different. Like, maybe he was just kind of vibing day to day writing these little pieces of microfiction, but like...
yeah.
Oh, shit. He created Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah, I'm reading the same thing. Born in 1931. I mean, I guess, yeah. He has 3 citations. Creator of the Choose Your Own Adventure book concept and offer more than 50 books in the series.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think this really works as a Choose Your Own Adventure book because your choices don't really matter between lifetimes, it doesn't seem like. There's no through line, like, just because we chose, like, C doesn't mean we couldn't be a cat or something. I don't know what they're doing here. I know they're trying to say something, but I don't think it's very actionable.
I think we need to be a child with a lot more time to willing to sit there and continue to read the choices over and over again.
And not to say give him any credit, but like if he invented this format, right? Like
yeah.
This is book like what 40? What is this number in the series?
I believe 45.
Like, yeah.
So like he's had a lot under his belt, but like he's still figuring out what this even is. Like I'm reading how his first few books, they couldn't just give a title. Like one was called Deadwood City and the other one was The Third Planet from Altair.
Yeah.
In the 70s. And they had like the publishers like, we're going to call this Choose Your Own Adventure in the Wild West and Choose Your Own Adventure in Outer Space. Because how else are you going to get readers to even understand at all what they're picking up, right? So I don't know. Maybe he was toying with the futility and he tuned this a little too Dark Souls, you know? Dark Souls 1.
He dipped his toe into RL territory a little bit here.
Yeah, I feel like it's like how Benjamin Franklin invented lightning, but he wasn't the best at it, you know? The other Sith guy who's Vader's buddy.
Palpatine,
thank you. Palpatine
Sidious,
was the best at lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla was the Palpatine of reality.
It's true.
Huh. Wait, hold on. I don't like calling Tesla Palpatine. I feel like Edison was Palpatine.
In terms of lightning.
In terms of power. I mean,
Edison did kill a bunch of elephants with lightning, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Edison's the bad guy.
Okay, that's fair. I'm okay with that, with saying that. Then the Tesla is, I don't know, he's Chewbacca.
He's David Bowie.
He's Chewbacca. Nobody would listen to him.
Yeah. But we all agree Edison is the best at lightning.
Has the highest kill count with lightning. Yeah.
Which is the only way. Yeah. Franklin hardly killed anyone with lightning.
Yeah.
Edison, extremely high KD ratio.
Well, that's been Goosebuds.
Yeah.
What a weird book, Paul. Thank you for being our BM.
Yeah, I hope you guys learned something.
I feel just like life is so fragile and important, you know? And
yeah. Life is fragile.
We mentioned it earlier in the podcast. I'm sure that stayed in the edit. You can dress your skeleton with cool merchandise at goosebuds.store. It takes you to our Etsy page with cool Goosebuds shirts. You can have the same shirt as someone else, and you can be a shirt brother with them. It's pretty cool. Goosebuds.store.
Or sibling or sister.
Oh, yeah.
or bro.
And if you like this show and also our banter and fun times, you can support it at patreon.com/goosebuds. And you'll get access to a exclusive podcast that we release once a month called Camp Goosebuds, where it's us just hanging out, talking about all kinds of stuff. What did we do in the last one, guys?
We talked about the Galactic Star Cruiser on the last Camp Goosebuds.
We're doing great tonight, guys, and it's like we've made this for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is coming up our 10-year anniversary. How do you want us to celebrate us? Tell us more on our Patreon or Discord. Talked about Crocktails last Camp Goosebuds episode. Remember Crocktails?
Oh, yeah. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode. I actually really was. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I love you both. I love you, listeners. Please, you can now step away from the radio and go about enjoy the rest of parts of your lives in your homes.
I love you guys. I would love you in any form of animal that you would take.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
This episode of Goosebuds is brought to you by our wonderful Patreon supporters, including those special, beloved folks in the Book of Names.
The Book of Names.
Starting with Stefan Jive Turkey Kuwabara,
Low Belly Hate Me,
Hollis Hornbeak,
Nathan Dozal,
Mike Lanteri,
Mickey C,
Michael McDowell,
Hey Josh Rob,
Cameron Murphy Audio,
Buddy Morrill,
Mel Dipson,
Ailcade,
Afsheen,
Dango Twists,
Zenticles,
Stealth, a beautifully fleshed skeleton Bates,
Robert Moon,
Brian Wells,
Jason Crooker,
Miguel Pardo,
John Keedy,
Clay Castle,
Calf,
The Juggalobalist.
Rite Aid sucks and bring back Paranoia Shop.
Not gonna happen.
It's not Paranoid Shop is never gonna happen. Gregory D. Warren,
Cody Redfield,
But also thank you for your love. Bradford Coulter,
Aiden thinks Kevin is IRL Senshi Dungeon Meshi. We have 100% said that. That is true.
thank you. That means so much to hear. It really does. Thank you. Jar Jar Slings.
Chosen One,
Leviathan,
Up and Champ.
Jonas Engman,
the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation,
Carl.
Anthony Mulberry,
Yanni Marco Vina,
Elusive Koala.
Christian Van Skeever,
Brooke X,
Jesus Christ.
Jeremy Lowe,
Brian Hobgood,
Zach Connor.
Patreon_donator, yo,
Joe Spooky Digital Ghost Tierney,
Tom Whitham.
Lord Cornwallis,
Andrew Jadzik saw the entity making flirty eyes at maybe one of the other hosts.
Uh-oh.
Not me,
Wedding bells? Murphy P.
Carson Birkenbean,
Tevin Ticklebean Wolf ATF,
Whoa.
Alcohol and Tobacco Foundation Wolf.
That's cool as hell.
all-terrain fucker.
Yeah, Shaman.
Yeah, wolves are all-terrain fuckers, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You're making sense.
They fuck everywhere.
Rushy Glenn,
Wiggle it.
Luke LaFountain.
Matt McClellan,
Chip Handsome.
Tanya Turtle.
Juan Jalapena,
Timothy Misodulakis.
Keith Halcrow.
Clay Bacardi,
Ham_boat.
The Crowfens, but seasonal.
Raymond Hernandez,
Matthew Sutton.
John Barber.
Jeff Coffey,
Sarah Kemp.
Kelsey Kinnaman.
Russell Castberg,
Xavier Jimenez Castillo.
Scotty Pippen.
Chris Butrikis,
Tobias Clark.
Flubbly.
Nice.
Jonas Blotterman,
Dungeon Kappa.
Zach Ware.
Lip Duck.
In the ice, part of the ice, till melt do us part.
Oh my god, that's part of the marriage vows. Yeah.
I'm so emotional. Meet Virginia.
Alex Moon, the robotic dog.
Paul Grasso.
Joe, regular name. Scott.
Estamina, Lord of Paul's Pants.
Chris Late Night with a spooky donger Nelson.
Streak.
Kieran McNamara.
Diet soda.
Luke Noodles.
Lamb. It was a short, fast lamb.
Yeah, we have that peak limiter on your voice now that cuts you off.
Lamb.
Zambambino.
I feel like that's Chad trying to tell us we're about to hit a lamb in a speeding car.
Lamb.
Lamb.
It's too late.
Jackie L.
Hugh Bolin.
Coleman Laguza.
A pair of Scots.
Levi Kidder.
Getting nasty while I Chromecasty.
Whoa. David Gray.
A giant rat that wants to eat Chad.
Oh no!
Nom nom.
Oh, no!
Whoa.
I thought.
Well, you know what's the other thing is he wrote each EACH as not eat, so that's either a typo or a giant rat that wants its own Chad.
Well, he wants to eat you.
I read it. See, I thought it was maybe a typo, and I thought it was missing a T and wanted to say wants to teach Chad. Nom nom nom.
Oh.
Nom nom nom.
Oh, teach me your ways, giant rat.
How to eat like a rat. Jonas Enevoldsen.
Matthew Bertado.
Teach me how to make a nest out of cardboard. Bryce Dury.
Nathan Remick.
Need more kimchi.
Lee Wood.
Some of Chad's bird friends agree with Kevin. Solasta is fun. I've never heard of that game.
Yeah. Solasta. What do you mean you've never heard of that game? I'm always talking about Solasta. Ma, the meatloaf.
What's Solasta?
Solasta, is that a drink? Joe Gorman.
Burgers, polyamorous entity marriage.
Why is everyone trying to marry the entity? This is bad, y'all.
It's wedding season, boys. Read Stubendeek.
It's also wedding season because we're turning the ice to water.
Whoa.
Oh! But no. Nicholas Maloney.
Andre Villanueva.
Tiffany Lee.
Joey Evans.
Eric Horowitz.
Thomas Jancis.
Mutant Astronaut.
Lucretia McEvil.
Carewise Gamgee.
Henry Torbert.
Cameron Hansen.
A wild swaggy YOLO squire appears.
Boner Guard Epsilon Hamilton, a.k.a. Hambone, host of Radio Bonaire.
Adam Knapp.
The Deadly Bulb.
Generally depressing.
Logan Derby.
Chick.
Brad Schmelzer.
Ben Bohan.
Callum, Mr. Misfire West.
Mandy Nasty.
Patreon is Borkin.
Yoplin.
Tacky Tammy.
Philip Reynolds.
Germ Juice.
Calamity Carl. More and more of our Goosebuds are becoming just Garbage Pail Kid names.
I was on Calamity Carl's podcast.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up, Calamity Carl?
Hi, Carl.
Hey.
Nick Johnson.
Napit G.
Oh, I'm so glad I get to say this. Sonic is the perfect artistic creation. Quote, Chad Quandt.
Couldn't have been more appropriate. Scott Wable.
Making that a quote makes it sound more correct than
It really
is.
does.
Ryan R.
It
Davis.
is correct.
It's correctly something Chad has said before.
Yes, that is correct.
He's like the Fibonacci spiral. He's perfect. Ryan Carroll.
Evdog.
Megan McCormick Mason.
Ninja Breadman.
Llama Lad.
Helodicus Frenchlin.
Greg Musto.
Dr. Diarrhea.
That is a garbage pail kid.
Yep.
I feel. Aaron Lord.
Dr. Chocula.
Sprinkle Buns.
Robotarina.
Hi, first time, long time.
SSJ Trogdor.
Ollie Suds. Oily Suds.
Oily Suds.
Oily Suds. I did
Oily.
fucking double take on that one. It's not Ollie Suds, it's Oily Suds.
Also a Garbage Pail Kid name. Mike Hart.
Mike Spaghetti Jones.
Gulliver.
Cassandra Harris.
Some people call me Maurice. Those people are wrong.
Woo, woo. Right, guys? Kira and Brian are big fans.
And then Big Nick Lane.
Blake Caven.
Love the big corner. Dan Antonio.
Willem Dafoe made shepherd's pie just for Geesebuds.
Uh-huh.
Geez.
Farrah. Earring.
Saugity Newspapers.
John W.
Dakota Camp.
Chris Kulik.
Quest humbly asks whoever reads this for a goblin to grade. Quest, here's the thing, I've killed all the goblins.
Oh no.
No! What?
I decided the goblins need to be exterminated.
Genocide is bad, Chad.
Been reading
Wow.
Goblin Slayer. There's nothing wrong with that book whatsoever. Absolutely nothing problematic. And I've just decided to exterminate all the goblins.
Wow. Well, give him a gremlin.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Hard line. Chad, hard line Quandt. Postmaster.
Cole Gleason.
Chris Gerdo.
Saturn Video.
Michael Malloy.
Jesse Boggs.
I need my rhythm, guys. We're in the rhythm now. Kyle O'Neill.
Kiwi of Lerv.
Time eats flesh.
Fuck. Is that the thing from True Detective Season 1 that he says? Wunderskin.
Wonderskin is not eaten by time. It is
No.
immune to
It lives outside of time.
This is the flesh corner because now we have Tanya Hide.
Whoa!
Kit Bush.
Brony_Danza.
Anthony Stoker.
Sierra Sin.
Back in the skin corner with Wunderskin 2.
Second Skin Max, the sarcophagus boy.
Open up. Yover the Moon.
Doglips_Kajoyan.
Dennis Wright. Dennis is derived from Dionysus.
Who loved skin.
Number one Solasta fan confirms he isn't Kevin, but is in fact Phil Hamill, the science camel.
God, I wish someone would fill me in on what Solasta is.
We've got 3 whole people playing Solasta.
Cameron Ganzeveld, I'm going to editorialize this one, hasn't heard of Solasta and would love for someone to fill them in on what it is.
Whoa.
If only there was a game with subpar dwarf designs.
Yeah, it's Baldur's Gate 4 is what Solasta is.
Damn.
Oh, come on. It's Baldur's Gate 2.5 or Baldur's Gate 358 over 2 days.
And we wonder why this segment gets longer and longer every month.
Skeet door.
Skeet door.
Skeet door. Rat IRL.
Hurt, aka cyberbully.
Matt Septor.
Greg and his Gregorian chanting army of metal monks pledge their shred to Kevin.
Wow, thank you,
cool.
Greg and Gregorian chanting army metal monks pledging their shred to me.
Now, Kevin, you might have Greg and his Gregorian chanting army of metal monks pledging their shred to you, but you don't have Blarben.
I'll never have Blarben. Starship 9?
Logan Kilgus.
Creature of the office, Bosferatu.
B!
S.
Odin's Eyehole.
Jeff Big Baby and his wife Not a Big Baby.
Taraku, the thing that goes doink in the anime.
Canadian Ghoul.
Spencer Y.
Greb Bobix.
The Strays.
Problem Child 2 on DVD. It's like the Celasta of movies.
Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. Captain Billy Beard Byers.
I'm going to make a gamble right now. If there's one more mention of Celasta in these last 50 names, I will buy Celasta today, even though I don't know what it is.
You're going to full price buy Celasta?
Full price buy
madman.
You
Celasta.
swear you didn't look ahead on the book of
I
names.
did not look ahead. It may happen. LOD, pray for me.
I think Paul is safe. Clint Deerking.
Agents Miskatonic.
Nelson.
Kumquat Behavior Podcast.
Edgar Crassus.
3 a.m. sleep.
Smellodies.
Ben Flulios Sayer.
I was waiting for how that was going to be said. Angelo Edward Longton Santone.
Spencer Leith Johnston.
Caleb Snyder summons a skeleton with sunglasses. That's a cool skeleton.
Skateltatiltatin.
Bob Cabbage.
The Shrekronomicon.
Number one gnome.
Lumo Nouveau.
Jolly Old Jules.
Jafar says Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Brian Udath.
Hey, a Happy Pride Month, a refreshing tall glass of extra dumb bitch juice.
Clumps.
Geesh.
In the sound effects corner. Seal Stein is back on his bullshit again. God help me.
Taylor Garofalo.
MC Wright.
Justin.
Tig Ass Biddies 007.
I don't know why that one got me this month. Nintendo 60 jorts.
Jaybird.
Daniel Hirschberger.
Crazy ass nipples.
This is the Make Paul Laugh word.
Yeah.
Adam G.
Jorge Raya Navarro.
Mimel the Delph.
Nat_Noah.
Jim Corey.
Jakibe.
Spaghetti the Yeti.
Quinn.
Daniel Lavelle.
Carly Beth's parents, 808. Carly's bit beast is out of control. Send help to the annex immediately.
I don't know what. I don't know
I don't know if that's referencing, but also I can understand what they're saying, you know?
I simply don't know. Laverne. What does it mean?
Tootin Watson.
Shelly Castillo Garcia.
Angus Keith.
Steamed Ham.
Lee Murphy.
Big old dumb burb roosting in the ice
Yes.
church, parentheses, Celasta?
No! We need an arbiter. We need an outside arbiter to come in.
No, it needs to be actually written in the document. It has
Got
to
it.
be.
You're right.
It can't
You're
be
right,
implied.
Guys. You're right. It needs to be written in the document for it to happen.
Kevin, scroll ahead. Kevin, scroll ahead. Felix.
Ed. Now I don't. This name is in the book of names already, but it seems they're in it again. But we will say it one more time. This is a new name to the book of names, supposedly, according to the document. Cameron Murphy, welcome to the Blood
Welcome,
Pact.
Cameron Murphy, without your audio. Welcome back to the Book of Names.
Cameron Murphy Silencio.
Damn. Someone watched a David Lynch movie.
Wolf CIA is aware of the entity below the ice.
No, they're aware.
I think the Wolf CIA put the entity below the ice.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, if that's true, that means the entity's bad because the CIA is bad.
Yeah, Ice Church is a black site.
No.
Patrick Nielsen, welcome to the Book of Names.
Nathan Galindo, you are honorably welcomed.
Mitchell Showalter.
Any relation to Michael Showalter? I like his stuff. I like your stuff, Mitchell. Welcome, J. Fenn Crane.
Hi, J. Frank Crane.
I'm sorry, I just saw the name after this. Damon the Demon, hello and welcome to the Book of Names.
And welcome by Celasta.
Well, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I guess that's all the names in the Book of Names. We're all gonna buy Celasta.
Thank you all very much for your love and support. We are not sponsored by Celasta. Just need to make that very clear. But thank you for supporting this.
Celeste, if you would like to send us free copies, I will take it instead of buying it full price. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You can be a swamp halfling or a snow dwarf.